We are reading a hand of a 15-year-old person, male, and this is his left hand. Left hand is basically seen for the hand for females and right hand for male. But I consider both hands to be important, and both hands do play a part in our life. So it doesn't matter if I'm looking at the left hand or the right hand. The outcome is likely to be the same provided both hands show similarities. So both hands are showing lots of similarities in this particular hand. So it won't matter if I'm reading the left hand or the right hand. In the left hand, things are when you take a look at the headline. The headline is the line for your thought process, the mental strength, mental weakness, mental inclinations. Uh, Generally, we think that the money line would be playing a major role in our life. This is the money line because everybody is looking for financial success. But the thing is that I would say that every line matters, even to the extent your headline. People think, oh, what does a headline would mean? Nothing. But the headline is all about your thought process, mental strength and mental weakness, and mental inclination. This is not the line of your intelligence. Headline is not the line of your intelligence. It is only the line of thought process. This can tell in strength and weaknesses, but strength doesn't mean intelligence. Mental strength doesn't mean intelligence. So the simpler the line, the better it is considered to be. In his case, what is happening is that the line is not very simple looking. In the initial phases, the line is not so clear. This is till the age of 15, 16, 18. Then there are few backward lines that are leaning a little bit towards the area of Mount of Mars negative, slightly getting cut, and probably there's an island out here. And then there are basically continuous islands out here as well. This is after the age of 35. This portion is after the age of 35. This is before the age of 35. Now, island on the headline could mean mental isolation, and specifically if it is under the finger of Saturn, if it is out here, then basically it could mean mental isolation. So somehow I would say that try to have him in such situations that there are no possibilities of mental isolation, and the stomach needs to be like the person needs to be more take care more about their stomach. Probably in the earlier portion of their life the parents need to take care more, but in the later portion they themselves have to take care more. So islands are elongated period of mental stress and anxiety. We would use common sense that what is likely to happen out here. See, anybody can use common sense that what is likely to happen if there are islands on the headline between the age of 34, 35, 36 and beyond for a few more years to come. So we would just take a look at the hand of the life of other people. What usually happens as at this particular age. So during this particular age, the person is growing up, the person is having their career, they are getting married, and many more things basically happen. So those are the things that need much more care. And if they are in the right company, things would become better. If they are in the wrong company, things can go worse. Okay, so these are the things that the person needs to be more careful about. And the other aspect is that if we take a look at the heart line is the line of your emotions. This is the line for your emotional stability or instability, and your focus or lack of focus, distractions, falling for temptations, your relationships, and many more aspects that are showing up in on the line of heart. The heart line, as I've already explained, we should look at even your career aspects on your heart line. We look at your career aspects on the money line, but even we should look on your heart line as well. See, now you might wonder why your heart line. Then the reason that I would give you is that you need to love your work. If you don't love your work, you can't give 100% to it. So, so you have to give your heart to the work that you are doing. So that is the reason why I'm looking at your work on your heart line. This is the reason why I'm giving more importance to the heart line for your career prospects. So when the heart line does have an island, so some portion there would be elongated period of emotional stress and anxiety. Then there's a break on the heart line. Break on the heart line could mean an abrupt ending in a relationship, a partnership, or the work that you're doing. And these are just tendencies. Don't think that 100% these things are going to happen. There's a break, one more break is happening, and one of the branches leaning downwards. So imagine a situation, the fingertips is the head, the sky, the lower portion of the hand is the earth and gravity. So the heart line branch leaning downwards would lead to emotional disappointment or distractions, falling for temptations. And these breaks are abrupt endings that are likely to be there in your, either in your work or your relationship or any your partnerships. So the person needs to dedicate themselves completely. If they are able to dedicate themselves completely, things are not, these negative things may not get applied in their life. So I would advise such people that try to dedicate yourself completely. Don't look for shortcuts. If you're looking for shortcuts, things can not be as stable as if you are able to dedicate your life only to one thing and one thing only. The grass is always greener on the other side. Once your heart is fluttering on one thing, and then the second moment it is fluttering on the other thing. So you need to basically manage these things in your life. If you're able to manage these things, things can become basically better. Now just give me one moment, and I'm just pausing the 1 minute. So I was talking about the heartline. These heartlines create distractions and falling for temptations. See, something like, imagine a situation, something like you are making a building of 100 floors, okay, and you make 20 floors, and then you say, no, I don't like this building, let me start at some other place. So you start again. So if you are leaving things in the middle, now you might ask me when the person is going to leave. I would say this is just a tendency, and this tendency needs to be stopped. It's something like he would say, oh, I want to be a pilot. Then he says that I want to be an IS. Then the person might say, I want to be this and that. So these things needs to be stopped completely. If you are able to channelize his energies into one thing and one thing only, however forceful it needs to be done, it needs to be basically done. You can't be an artist, you can't be a politician, you can't be everything in your life. You can be only one thing, and if you're just one thing, that's good enough for your life. Now the thing is that in his hand, right, left hand also, there's an island on the heart line. I'm not very 100% certain that there are breaks or not. Probably these breaks are not there on the right hand. Right hand is more of the active hand, but still we don't ignore the left hand. And even in this particular hand, these islands that were there on the left hand are not there in the right hand. So that's the good part. And the headline is, this is after the age of 35, the headline is branching out into two. So that's okay, that's good. Branching a line of the headline means ability to see two sides of the coin at the same time. And there doesn't appear to be too many negative lines out here that I had spoken about on the left hand. I'll just take a look at this particular hand image. Now in this hand, what is showing up is that this is the money line. So this portion is before the age of 35 till it touches the headline. So this is before the age of 35. There's a small branch that is leaning a little bit towards this direction, coming more near to the area of Mount of Mars negative. Mount of Mars negative is the area of fire. So the cash basically burns. Basically, there could be wastages in the money that the person might have earned at that particular age, somewhere before the age of 35. So this particular point could be around the age of, let's say, 32 or so, approximate. Then the money line also ends somewhere close to the headline. So at the age of 35, also few changes the person may experience, and a new line basically emerges. And this new line that emerges is a fairly good line. and it is also having a V or a Y kind of a thing pointing towards the Saturn mount. And there appears to be no line as such after the age of 53. This portion is after the age of 53. Now people basically wonder, if they don't have a line at this particular age, is it a bad sign? I would say no, it is not a bad sign. The Saturn, if they are the least amount of lines, then we say it's a good sign. Perpendicular lines, always good. They're always good. But horizontal lines is basically, if they were horizontal, then I would say negative. If they were crisscrossing lines, I would say very much negative. But we don't see those kind of signs on the mount of Saturn. So that's the reason I would say things will be okay even after the age of 53, because the sun line appears to be a little bit better after the age of 53. This portion is of the sun line is much more deeper and clearer, which automatically means better possibilities in his life. And the sunline also, the books basically show a long sunline. I would say not many people have this kind of a sunline, so it's okay not to have a long kind of a sunline, because most people don't have it. Even famous people don't have a long sunline, so it's okay not to have a sunline as well. And this portion, the sunline is good. Sunline is also known as the career line, name and fame line, luck line. But I would say it is more to do with how much clarity that the person is having in their life. A deep and clear sunline basically automatically means more clarity. More clarity leads to more success. I just noticed out here there is a break on the heartline here as well. So more physical activity needs to be done, and whatever I've spoken regarding the break on the heartline also gets applied out here. Heart and eye related issues needs to be basically taken care of, because see, these days what's happening is people are having lots of junk food, and because of junk food these things may get applied. So there's just a tendency, those tendencies needs to be negated by having a much better lifestyle. Now, I might have spoken lots of basically negative things in his hand, but there's one line in his hand which basically negates all of those negative lines. Okay, and not many people have this kind of a line. This is the line of Mars. Okay, line of Mars is the line of the fire within us. Okay, so this is an extremely good line to have. Okay, uh, and this line basically, I'll just explain to you what basically it is. So the good part about his hand is having a line of Mars. Line of Mars is a rare line to have. See, many people, they just might have this kind of a line that we see, Mars line. Not many people would have a Mars line that starts at an early age and continues till the last portion of your lifeline. So this is considered to be good. It is the line of protection. Protection from what? Protection from difficult people, difficult situation, and all the health related problems, and anything related to bad finances as well. Everything, the protection is all around himself. It is something like, I'm just giving an example. Let's say the whole life gets destroyed at the age of 25, 35, 45, 55, 75, 85. The person would be able to rebuild their life. Rebuild their life. I'm not saying it's going to get destroyed. I'm just giving you an overview that the person has that spark, spark, spark in them. It is something like, you have a matchbox and you light a candle, you take it in a windy place, it goes off, you relight it, it again goes off, you relight it. So this is what basically this line means. It is something like the spark plug in your car. If your spark plug in your car goes bad, your car is not going to start. Your car is not going to start. Even your Mercedes car is not going to start if your spark plug goes bad. So his spark plug is perfect, and having a good spark plug automatically is a good sign to have. I'm not very certain if this is an island, this is a triangle or not. If this is a triangle on the lifeline, then it's considered to be something related to properties. And even this Mars line that I've talked about, Mars line is also related to properties as well. So benefits from properties. It's something like that fighting spirit within them. And to protect your property, you need that you need that fire in you, and you need that anger and aggression in you. Only then you're going to be able to protect. These lines that kind of point a little bit upward from your lifeline, these are at a later stage in your life as well. So these are all good. These are somewhere close to the age of, from the age of, let's say, 60 till the age of 65 or 70. So these are all very, very good lines to have. Whoever has it, these are they're considered to be better. Any line leaning outward may be seen as slightly negative. There are a few lines that lean outward, also small lines leaning outward, pointing out here towards the area of Mount of Moon. So these could be related to restlessness and a desire for travel, or something related to below the stomach problems that the person may experience. These backward lines that you see on the headline before the age of 35, this is at the age of 32 or so. These are slightly negative. These create anger and aggression, and when the person is angry, the chances of taking the right decision decreases. So anger and aggression needs to be in full control. If you don't have full control over anger and aggression, everything can go bad. So you have to spit out anger, you have to drink water, so that you can basically remove anger and aggression. And these are the important portions of your life where you are getting married, where you're having a career. So if you're angry, both of these things can get affected. These mercury lines that you see out here, these are okay kind of lines that are there. These are lines of skill, calculations, communication. Having good mercury line means very, very good set of skills. I wouldn't say these are super A1, but still the quality of these lines are still like changing, and probably they may become much more deeper and clear. So you can experience the person may have even better skills. See, the reason people are successful or they are not successful is because they are not communicating in the right way or not calculating in the right way. Good mercury line means calculating in the right way and communicating in the right way. See, many people, they have got lots of crisscrossing lines, these kind of lines. You don't, he doesn't have these kind of lines. So when they are not unnecessary lines, that's a good sign to have, because unnecessary line would mean miscalculation and miscommunication. So he does not have those kind of lines out there, but still one single line is better than multiple lines. So if they develop into much more stronger, I would rate it to be much better. On the heart line, in the initial phases, there are few branches. They're considered to be good. Love for children is there. The heart line ends on the mount of slightly goes a little bit longer. So being more emotional, more sensitive, more idealistic may not be the best sign to have, but it's not into extremes. See, some people who have got a very, very long time heart line, that is negative. Shorter heart line, if it ends purely out here, make more materialistic. This is better than having a long heart line. So, but in his case, the line is a little bit in the middle kind. So between being more materialistic and being idealistic, this is what he is likely to be. So these are the things these were the important things that I could see in his hand. And these outward lines that I had mentioned, they're also there in the left hand, and there's island also on the heart lifeline. So all of these are basically slightly negative, related to health related things, but because he already has a Mars line in his right hand, the active hand, so that's what we are going to consider. We are not going to consider the left hand. I'm just giving you an overview of what could have happened if those signs were still present in the right hand. But still, these are the things still I would say advise you, the person needs to take care. So eating a healthy lifestyle, eating the right things, sleeping at the right time, those are the most necessary things in order to make our health perfect. And not having excess of salt or sugar or sweets, those are the things that the person must avoid right from this particular age. Doing walking, meditation, these are the things that the person needs to incorporate right now. See, when the trouble arises, it's no point. You have to do it right now. If you are able to put those right things in his these things right now, it's going to have a far-reaching effect even in the later portion of that. So this is the building portion of his life. So these were the most important points that I could see on his hand. I would end the video out here. And thanks for watching this video. Bye and take care.